So in today's video, I'm going to be previewing Newport County versus Bradford City, and then in the second part of today's video, I'm going to bring you guys my Game Week 9 League 2 score predictions. If you do go on to enjoy, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try to 80 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get a comment as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your score prediction for this match. What would your starting 11 be as well? We're not on the greatest form at the moment. We haven't won at Newport for as long as I can remember, really. I don't think they've actually lost at home as well. So it is going to be a very tough game. Andy Cook and Alex Patterson are still major doubts for this one as well. So going forward, we're probably going to struggle to score if I am being honest. But make sure to drop a like on there for me. Subscribe if you're new as well. And let's get into it. If we start out then with the current Sky Bet League 2 table, my team Bradford City, we currently sit 17th in the table. After 8 games, we've got 2 wins, 4 draws and 2 defeats, scoring 6 goals and conceding 8, which leaves us on a -2 goal difference and 10 points. The last couple of matches then have been a draw, a win and a loss. Them last couple of matches then being a 1-1 draw at home to Harrogate Town, a 1-1 draw at home to Grimsby Town, a 0-0 draw away at Mansfield Town, a 1-1 draw away at Wrexham, winning 4-3 on penalties in the second round of the Carabao Cup, a 1-0 win at home to Crewe Alexandra, and a 3-0 defeat away at Morecambe. If we compare that then to Newport County, they currently sit 12th in the table. After 8 games, they've got 3 wins, 2 draws and 3 defeats, scoring 16 goals, but also conceding 15, which leaves them on a positive 1 goal difference and 11 points. The last couple of matches then have been a draw, a loss, a draw, a win and a win. Them last couple of matches then being a 1-1 draw at home to Barrow AFC. They actually got a red card in that match. Ryan Delaney got sent off. I'm not too sure what for, but he will definitely be banned for this match. They also previously had a 4-1 defeat away at Crawley Town, a 2-2 draw at home to AFC Wimbledon, a 1-1 draw at home to Brentford, losing 3-0 on penalties in the second round of the Carabao Cup, a 3-1 win at home to Sutton United, and a 3-0 win away at Forest Green Rovers, who went down to 10 men. I'm just going to confirm here, yes, Newport County have not lost at home this season in the league or inside 90 minutes if you are going to include cup competition. So it's not going to be an easy place to go and get the 3 points. Now we're going to get into the team though that I would go with if I was Mark Hughes. So I would then line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation. I'd go Harry Lewis in goal. He didn't have his greatest game against Harrogate last time out. You know, he could have potentially done a little bit better with their goal in my opinion, but didn't really have much else to do. But overall, since the start of the season where he did start out quite shakily after the first 3 or 4 matches, since then he has been very good. So I'd have him in my starting 11 once more. Into the back 4 then, at right back I've gone with Brad Halliday. Very solid against Harrogate. Didn't really have too much to do. You know, they have some good tricky wingers and I thought he dealt with Odo very well in my opinion. He's always a solid 7 out of 10 is Brad Halliday. Certainly suits a back 4 much better to a back 3. Certainly, you know, suits playing as a right back rather than as a right wing back. So for me personally, I'd stick with him at right back. Into the 2 centre backs then. Firstly, I've gone with Matty Platt. I thought that was his best performance of the season so far against Harrogate. Very, very solid defensively, and he gets a lot of criticism, does Matty Platt. A lot I think is unjustified as well. I think he's a little bit of a scapegoat in my opinion, but that tackle that he did in the first half against Harrogate on Luke Armstrong was absolutely fantastic, and he absolutely has to stay in this side in my opinion. And partnering him, I've gone with Sam Stubbs. It was a pretty solid performance from Sam Stubbs against Harrogate. You know, not quite as solid as Matty Platt in my opinion, but he's still very good as Sam Stubbs, and he certainly does suit a back 4 much better than a back 3. I think he's absolutely incredible in a back 4 in my opinion, and them two as a partnership have been brilliant for us since January really, so I'd stick with them two as a centre back partners. And at left back I've gone with Lewis Richards. I thought personally it was probably his worst performance so far for Bradford City. He just looked a little bit off the pace in my opinion against Harrogate, but he still wasn't too bad of a performance. He's comfortably our best left back at the club, and he has had a pretty decent start overall to life at Bradford City, so I'd like to see him remain in the side once more. Into the midfield then, firstly I've gone with Richie Smallwood. Now I know he got a lot of stick in that game against Harrogate. You know, he got sarcastically cheered off when he got substituted as well, but he provides structure and he provides leadership in there that we do need. You know, I'd rather have Smallwood in midfield than someone like a Clark Adore. You could potentially go Kevin McDonald. I personally though have gone with Richie Smallwood with him being the captain, and as long as he's not on set pieces, I don't really have too much of a problem with him being in that side, and I certainly think he suits playing away from home rather than at home, because he's going to have to do more of the stuff that he is good at, like winning that ball back. So for me personally, I'd have him in the midfield partnered with Alex Gilead. I don't think we've got many options to play in there. You don't want to play McDonald and Smallwood. I think that's far too defensive in my opinion. You could potentially go with someone like a Bobby Poynton, but I thought Gilead was pretty solid against Harrogate. Nothing really to shout about, but I'd still stick with him in in that midfield. Into the front three then, behind the striker. On the right wing, I've gone with Adam Wilson. I'd just like to see him get a start and see what he can really do from the off. I don't think Poynton was too effective against Harrogate, if I'm being honest, and I think he's a brilliant player, but every now and again, you're going to need to rotate that, and I wouldn't actually be against Poynton playing in another position, but I think as of right now, I want to see Wilson get an opportunity. He looked good, he looked bright off the bench, and even, scored a nice penalty against Wrexham in his previous appearance. I think there is certainly an opportunity right now for Adam Wilson to be playing, so I'd like to see him get another opportunity on that right-hand side. In that number 10 position then, I've gone with Jamie Walker. We've been wanting more consistent performances from Jamie Walker, and I thought for the large majority of that game against Harrogate, particularly in that first half, he was very consistent, came up with the goal once more. I believe in the league, he is now our joint top goal scorer with Patterson. Obviously, Patterson has scored 3 in all competitions, 2 in the league, alongside Jamie Walker now as well, comes up with a goal, which is probably offside, last minute header, but Walker scores goals, and if he can keep his performances consistent, I think he will, in my opinion, be finding himself in the side a lot more. On that left-hand side then, I've gone with Chisholm Afoka. Now, obviously, he's been playing as a striker in his first couple of appearances, but I don't think that's his position. If I'm being honest, I'd like to see him get an opportunity on that left-hand side, because I think he's much better when he's going at players. Obviously, Chapman is going to be out for probably another 3-4 weeks, so Afoka, if he wants to nail a place in this side, I think it is going to be as a left winger, so he needs to do that now. I don't think Clarkador was too impressive against Harrogate, so I'd like to see a focus start on that left-hand side. And leading the line, our only striker who's available at the moment is Tyler Smith. Obviously, you could go Matt Derbyshire, but is he ever really available if he can play any more than 10 minutes a game, which he can't. So I've gone with Tyler Smith. I thought he was actually pretty anonymous against Harrogate. Not a great performance from him whatsoever, but he's our best option at the moment, and to lead the line, I'd rather Smith than an Afoka or a Derbyshire. So for me personally, I'm going to go with Tyler Smith. On the bench then for me, that'd leave Colin Doyle, Daniel Ugoke, Jonathan Tompkinson, Kevin McDonald, Bobby Poynton, Clark Adore, and Rayhan Tulloch, which means the players currently unavailable are Alex Patterson, Harry Chapman, Andy Cook, and Verdane Oliver. The players who would miss out then through selection would be Heath Richardson, Harvey Rowe, Ash Taylor, Kieran Kelly, Liam Rideout, Emmanuel Sidibe, Dylan Yumbe, and Matt Derbyshire. Now let's get into my game week 9 at League 2 score predictions. Starting out then with Crewe Alexandra versus Colchester United, I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win for Crewe. Doncaster Rovers versus Gillingham FC, I think it'll be very low scoring. I am just going to edge the Gills for a 1-0 away win. Grimsby Town versus Crawley Town, I think it'll be a comfortable 2-0 home win for the Mariners. Harrogate Town versus Salford City, I think will finish in a 1-1 draw. Mansfield Town versus Barrow AFC, I'm going with a 3-1 home win for the Stags, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Barrow pull off an upset in that one. Morecambe FC versus Swindon Town, I'm going to go with a 2-1 away win for the Robins. Newport County versus Bradford City, I think finishes in a 0-0 draw. Notts County versus Forest Green Rovers, I think finishes in a 3-0 home win for Notts County. Stockport County versus Wrexham AFC, I think finishes in a 2-1 away win for the Welsh outfit. Sutton United versus MK Dons, I think MK Dons are going to absolutely hammer Sutton United 4-0 in that one. Tranmere Rovers versus Accrington Stanley, I'm going to go with a 2-1 away win for John Coleman's side. And finally, Walsall FC versus AFC Wimbledon, I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I'm going to leave it there though for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you go trying to 80 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are now on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below what would your score prediction be for this match, and what would your starting 11 be as well. Thank you all very much for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day. Go check out the video I uploaded as well from yesterday. It was where I predicted every League 2 club's player of the year, if you haven't already. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Peace.